Hello viewers, welcome to my video. Today I'm going to explain to you composite function. This is the other part of function. So composite function problem. Composite function. So composite functions problem. If I will go to the problem, okay. Before I start, I want to explain to you what is composite function. Okay. Composite function, I already explained what is my function to my previous video. Composite function is connected with the function math problem. So composite function is defined as composite function is a function consisting of two or more function. The keyword here is two or more functions. So if I go for the composite function, it should contain at least two or more functions on it. How do I know that it's a composite function? Let's start it with two simple function. If I will think my function of x is 2x plus 1 and I have the other function as g of x is 1 over x. Now, if I am writing down f g x, that's a composite function. Or if I will find out g f x, that is also a composite function. Or f f x, that is also a composite function. And g g x, that is also a composite function. How this is a composite function? Because f g x, this is combined of two of the function. F is a separate function, g is a separate function, but f g x, that contains more than one function, that is two function. That's why it's a composite function. Or f f f x, that is also a composite function. This is combined of three of f, that's why it's a composite function. Okay, now how do we find out the value of f g x from my simple fx and gx? Let's find out the f g x at first. So my f of x is 2x plus 1. I'm trying to figure it out f g x. F g x means gx is inside of my fx. So I'm going to find out f of gx value is my 1 of x. So if I figure it out my f gx, this is basically f of 1 over x, because my gx is 1 over x. I'm replacing my gx to 1 over x. Now, if I try to find out my f of 1x value, that will come from my fx function. So what was my fx function? 2x plus 1. I'm going to replace this x by 1 over x. So I'm going to write it down to 1 over x plus 1. If I multiply it here, I need to multiply the numerator with the numerator. The denominator will be the same. So it is x. The top 2 multiply with 1 is going to give it to me 2. So 2 over x plus 1. That should be my answer. Or I can make the denominator same. I can bring a x here, so I can write down there is a denominator 1 times with x times with x. If I do so, I can write down 2 over x plus x over x. So the same denominator, so I can written down only one time, and at the top 2 plus x. That is my FGX answer. So this is the value of FGX, 2 plus x over x. This is a composite function because this is not only value of f of x, this is not only value of g of x, this is a combined value of FGX. That's the way we can solve out our FGX. We can find out the GFX, FFX, GTX, FFX also the same way. I'm not going to do all of them. I'm going to do another two part of this. Let's do it. How do I do it? So at before I had to function. The function was f of x is equal to x plus 1, and I have the other one as a g of x was my 1 over x. If I'm trying to find out GFX, how do you find out my GFX? So GFX, I'm going to plug it in fx value on the gx. So what is my fx value? 2x plus 1. So I'm basically trying to find out g of 2x plus 1. So I'm going to replace the x of gx by 2x plus 1. So my value should be 1 over 2x plus 1, because I'm replacing this g of x as 2x plus 1. That's the answer of GFX. If I am trying to find out FFFX, let's do that portion. So if I'm going to find out, this is my function of x. My function of x is 2x plus 1. I'm trying to find out FFFX, 3fx. How do I do so? This is the function of x. For solving this out, let's find out my f of x separately. So what is my f of x? This is nothing, basically function of fx. My fx is 2x plus 1. So I'm trying to figure it out, function of 2x plus 1. If I do so, this is my x. I'm going to replace x by 2x plus 1. So that if I imagine my x is my 2x plus 1, I need to replace this x value by 2x plus 1. So I can write down 2x plus 1, and the other one will be the same. Now I need to expand the bracket and simplify it. So I can find out 4x plus 2 plus 1. So 2 times 2x is 4x, 2 times 1 is 2, and add with 1. That is going to give it to me 4x plus 3. This is my FFX value. Now, if I'm going to find out FFFX, so this is basically my FFX, but I already know my FF of x value is 2x plus 3. So I'm going to basically find it out, f of 4x plus 3. How do I do so? The same way, I'm going to replace my x by 4x plus 3. So we are going to write down 2, 4x plus 3, add with 1. Now I can expand the bracket and simplify it. 2 times 4x is going to give it to me 8x, and 2 times 3 is give it to me 6. So 1 will be the same. I can add the 6 and 1 together. That is going to give me 7. So my fx answer is 8x plus 7. That is my final answer. This is a composite function of 3 functions because this is inside 1, 2, 3 fx. The question will come normally this way. Now let's start it with a simple question. If the examiner is going to ask you think about that my function of x is equal to x plus 1. I'm going to, the examiner is asked you two parts of the question. Find the value of first part function A and function 2, and the second part they will ask you find the value of A when function A equal A. So let's do the first part now. If I do the first part, I have to find out function x to find out function A and function 2. My function of x is equal to x plus 1. So if I try to find out function x, I need to sub in function of x inside fx. So I am basically trying to find out function of 2x plus 1. How do I do that? I'll replace x by 2x plus 1. So it is 2x plus 1 add with 1 because I'm replacing this x by 2x plus 1 as usual the previous question. Now I can expand the bracket is the 2 times 2x and 2 times 1. That is going to give it to me 4x. 2 times 1 give it to me 2 add with 1. This is 4x plus 2 and 1 add up to 3. Now if I'm trying to find out function, this is the value of function x. So if I am going to find out function A, what I should do? I should replace this x by a. So the value of function A is 4a plus 3. As the same way, the function 2, I should replace this x by 2. So 4 the bracket 2 plus 3. So what I can do, 4 times 2 is 8, add with 3 is going to give it to me 11. Thus my first part is completed. So function A is 4a plus 3 and function 2 is 11. This 2 is my final answer. Now the second part, they are asking me function A is equal A. I have to find the value of A. So function A is 4a plus 3. I can use this value here. I can replace the function A by 4a plus 3 equate with A because they already told me this is equal to A. Now let's bring the a to this side. So I can write down 4a plus 3 minus a equal to 0. So 4a take away a is 3a plus 3 equal to 0. Now I can take the 3 to the other side. So I can write down 3a equal to minus 3 because plus 3 will be changed as the negative 3. So my a is equal minus 3. I need to get rid of these 3. If these times will go to the other side, that will be divide. So minus 3 divided by 3. So my value of a is equal with minus 1. This is the part B answer. Now the last question, I'm going to do another exam types question with the 3 function. If I got 3 of the function, the examiner is going to ask you, my function of x is 4x minus 1, my gx is 7 minus 2x, and my hx is equal to 3x minus 3. Find f, g, h, x. This is a composite function because this is the combined of 3 function. Now for doing this part, it's easy to find out g, h, x at first. Let's figure it out my g, h, x, this part. So what is my g, h, x? I have to sub in the hx value to my gx. So I'm basically figuring it out g of 3x minus 3 because my hx is 3x minus 3. What is my gx now? My gx is 7 minus 2x. So I have to use this form. So I can write down 7 minus 2. I'll replace this x by 3x minus 3. Now I have to expand the bracket and simplify that. Sorry. So 7 minus 2 times 3x is going to give it to me 6x. And minus 2 minus 3 minus is going to give me a plus. And 2 times 3 is 6. So, excuse me. So 7 plus 6 is my 13. And that is my 6x. That is the answer of g, h, x. Now I am trying to find out my f, g, h, x. So I already know my g, h, x value is 13 minus 6x. So I'm going to find out my function of 13 minus 6x. Excuse me. So my function of x was here. My function of x was 5x minus 1. I am use the format this one now. So if I use that, I'm going to replace this x by 13 minus 6x. So 4 in a bracket, 13 minus 6x, and 1 will be as usual same. Now I have to expand and simplify that. So 4 times 13 is 52, and 4 times 6 is minus 24x minus 1. 52 and 1 I can cancel, simplify that. If I simplified it, 52 take away 1 is going to give it to me 51 minus 24x. This is the value of f, g, h, x, a composite function value. What is combined of 3 function value? So composite function calculation basically calculate the combined function from individual functions. The examiner will give you individually 2 or 3 functions. They will ask you to find out a combined composite function from there. This is the way you can calculate the 3 of them. If you have any queries, you can ask me, and I'm going to explain the inverse function to my next video. Thank you so much.